So we are now ready to learn how to use the tools for step 6. So just as a review, during step 5, you learned how to evidence your experiences in any situation, knowing what makes you happy and having a good understanding of the world, that is the situation itself. So during step 5, not only you could evidence how you were experiencing the situation, and mainly from the non-conducive to happiness aspect, and you were able to say, well, here is how I could experience the situation in a conducive way or in a happy way. So you were able to envision how it could be if you were to experience it in a happy way. Essentially, you were able to use the template 5, in a way that you could describe what you experienced and what was non-conducive to happiness, so unhappiness in a sense. And you could envision or imagine or foresee how it could be, what the experience could be, so what it could be in terms of an experience if you were experiencing it at every dimensions in a conducive way to happiness, so for happiness. Step 6, it's basically the same process as during step 5, but where we simply add another step in the process where we actually choose techniques to experience what we had envisioned as being possible to experience. So it's really moving from what we experience to what we could experience being happy by choosing very specific techniques to get there dimension by dimension. So the template essentially is the same, where for any situation we evidence what is unhappy, we envision or imagine how it could be if it would be conducive to happiness, and then we add a part where we simply enable us to choose specific techniques to move from non-conducive to conducive to happiness, and in a very detailed way, dimension by dimension, and so on. So, what is to what could be, techniques for transformation to go to what could be in terms of conducive to happiness. And then, the techniques basically is how to move from non-conducive to conducive. So essentially, how to choose to go that direction. So opt for this experience at every dimension, and by the same token, give up the old habit or the way of experiencing that was non-conducive to happiness and move to conducive. And that's a powerful way of doing it, because when we are unhappy, let's say, in any situation, simply trying to be less unhappy still gets us stuck in the same non-conducive state of being unhappy and less unhappy. However, if we know where we could be going in terms of being happy, that gives us a goal and lets us move from unhappy to happy. which is very powerful because we can't be unhappy and happy at the same time. We can't be calm and anxious at the same time, logical or illogical at the same time. So knowing what state we would like to experience in terms of at every dimension is very powerful to move away from what we don't want to be.